Table 14, Anne-Louise Arkle, England, Cheryl Brown, Australia.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Joe Fanto here, World WEPF Pool Federation President. We're coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool in England. We're at the World Championships for 2017. We've got a cracking match about to start. Both these two teams finished very highly last year. In fact, Ireland went on to make the final. And England were very, very, very narrowly beaten in the semi-final against Australia, who went on to win the World Championship, of course. And I'm not biased here. But and then Ireland met Australia in the final. I think it's going to be a little bit different this year. And I think these two teams should put on a great display for us tonight. They're always love to beat each other, and pardon the pun, but love to take the mickey out of each other as well. I think it's going to be quite loud. And of course, anywhere that you're watching in the world, because we're coming to you live, courtesy of Baird Productions, welcome.
Right, men's group, tables 3 and 4.
As you can see, both tables, the balls are racked up.
Tables 5 and 6, Wales, India. Tables 7 and 8, England, Ireland.
Only a few minutes before this match gets underway. Yeah, so Ireland were a finalist last year. And down the bottom you can see who the opponents are on the table on the left. It's Carl Sutton versus Neil Madigan. And he's going to be joined in commentary by Matt Brennan of Scotland. So I've got Carl Sutton on the table on the left, who's broken, and he's potted a yellow by the looks, yellow and a red. So I guess he's got to nominate here. So both these two teams would be looking to get first blood, get some score on the board and a little bit of confidence running in the team. They've obviously chosen reds and played a poor first shot there. Looks like we're not going to be joined by Matt Brennan as yet. So, and of course on the right table you've got Dave Fernandez of England and Geroid O'Gorman of Ireland. So at the moment, I'll just concentrate on the table at the left at the moment, where Neil Madigan's going to have his first shot.
Next match on table 11.
They've come into this match with England only having played one so far, one match, and they defeated. They had a narrow victory against India. They defeated them 11-10. Quite a tight match. And Ireland have got a 1-1 record. They lost to last year's champions in Australia. They lost 9-12, and then they come out and defeated Northern Ireland 13-8. So that was a good shot there on the left table. I think that was Carl that doubled back that red and covered the bottom left-hand pocket, which gives him a little bit of control in this frame. So let's see what Neil Madigan can do. Both these frames are still at the early stages and very much in the balance. And that's a poor shot to the middle. There was an opportunity to take advantage there on the second table. I think at this stage it might be easier to just concentrate on the one table, or concentrate on what we call table 1 on the left of screen and table 2 on right of screen. plenty of thought going into the next shot. He must be getting close to time. I don't believe it's taking an awful long time to play this second shot. Is Carl Sutton of England. He's tried to take command of that pocket on the bottom left, but was unsuccessful. And Neil Madigan should be in here for Ireland because if he can get a first pot, which he should be able to, he can play the yellow down in the bottom here in the middle of the table onto the yellow on the bottom left. But so Carl Sutton must have had two. So he's played tight. I believe there was a yeah, so Madigan's played a deliberate foul on the red ball, so a bit of jostling going on in this game by the looks. They've got me confused, but I'm sure I'll pick it up soon. Hope you viewers at home are concentrating. This is my first commentary of these championships, but we'll get better as we go. And of course, welcome to anybody that's just joined us. We're coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool, England. These are the World 8-Ball Pool Championships for 2017. And of course, they're hosted by the English Pool Association under the auspices of the World 8-Ball Pool Federation. There's a racing white, which has stayed on the table and finished tight. I think both teams, in fact both tables are not quite the normal standard that we're used to seeing at this level, but I'm sure it won't be long before both teams get into a bit of a rhythm and we see some exciting pool played. So that was Carl Sutton that's just run off that red and tried to stay tight. And Neil Madigan's going to come back in on yellows. Amazingly enough, there's still quite a few balls on both tables. That's a great shot by Neil. That should give him a good opportunity to go out here and give Ireland first blood, because all those yellows are sitting nicely now after that very nice double. This is Neil Madigan of Ireland coming back nicely to an area where he's got a couple of options on his next pot. I guess here it's just a matter of preference of which way you want to go. You could probably clear going any way of three ways, the way the balls are here. In fact, any one of those balls you could probably take first and still clear. But that's one of the more obvious ones. It's nice and reasonably straight. Played that quite well, and he's still on for the break. The black might need a little bit of work, but he shouldn't have any trouble getting position on the black. Possibly to run it back down this bottom left pocket once he clears these three balls. So he's taking this yellow into the bottom left. He didn't quite, I think he would have liked a bit straighter on that yellow, but it's shouldn't be too much of a problem if he takes that yellow into the bottom right and goes back far enough to still have a good angle on the last yellow in the bottom left. And then he'll be able to run back for the black in the same pocket. So this is Neil Madigan of Ireland at the table at the moment, playing against Cal Sutton in the first frame. So we've got 2 frames going at the moment. Dave Fernandez of England and Gerard O'Gorman of Ireland on the second table. So let's see how he's left himself. He should be fine on that yellow. I think you can see enough of that to play the angle off the back cushion and probably the right cushion and get back onto that black. Not sure if he's playing any work on it. I think he must have played that with the right hand side to make that white go where it did. So we had he's cleaning the line of where he expects that last 8 ball to go. Just watch here. First blood to Ireland in this match of England versus Ireland, the 2017 World Men's Team Championships. So that was a good victory to Sean Sharkey, who defeated Cal Sutton in the first frame. So we've still got Dave Fernandez and Gerard O'Gorman to finish their frame on table 2. And coming in next, I believe, will be Gavin Lomax of England against Neil Madigan. So we'll just concentrate on the game on the right table at the moment. I think both teams started off these frames a little bit tentatively. I think they're both anxious to get a good result, and that can sort of stump the free-flowing type game that we're used to at this level. But I'm sure we'll see some great 8-ball between these 2 teams as the match warms up. This is played over 21 frames. So you need to win 11 frames to win the match. So we've got a bit of a cagey frame going on here on the right. So this is Dave Fernandez. He just played out of a snooker. He's nudged that yellow towards a pocket. So Gerard's got a bit of work to do here to try and get his way into this frame. If he could find a pot somewhere, he'd be okay, but it's going to be fairly difficult from the position he's been left in. He could try one of those daring shots on that red to the top right, and it's all or bust, because those 3 yellows will be easy pickings. He's probably going to try and screw back off that and finish behind the yellow to play tight. Let's see how he's finished. I think his white's disappeared. We could see because his sleeve was in the way, but yeah, that's 2 shots here to Dave Fernandez, and I suspect that should be curtains for Ireland in that frame. So England would be fairly confident they're going to level this match at 1-1 at the moment, but you never know. Look like one more elementary pot in the black for Dave Fernandez. He's come back nicely for the black, and doing it nice and easily, and Dave Fernandez levels a score for England. So the score here between England and Ireland is 1 frame apiece. And of course the game between Gavin Lomax and Neil Madigan is well underway on table 1, on the table on the left. And looks like Gavin at the table, and we might have even caught this frame in time to see an out here.
Next race on table 12 in the ladies, Sue Fletcher, England.
Coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool, England. The 2017 World 8-Ball Pool Federation World Championships. Gavin's certainly an experienced player. He's been around a long time. He's made a couple of trips to Australia with, I believe, the British Lions and the European Lions over the years. Oh, he's missed that pot. I think he'd be disappointed with that. He would have been expecting to clear those 2 balls to put England in front, but now Neil Madigan can keep battling away here and try and turn this frame around. He's got a good pot here down the top left. From there he's going to think that yellow at the end of that 3-pack on the left should go past the red, or at least cover the pocket. Either that, or it might be the middle yellow, but no, I think it's the one on the end he's going for here. Yep, played tight. Yeah, it looked a bit awkward to try and pass between red and cushion there, and would have to be the perfect shot. So he's played tight, tried to prevent a pot here on reds. So Gavin's got to come back in and see what he can do. He could possibly try and swerve around the black for that red over the middle. Or he might try and play tight. But I think he's probably better to try and hit one of those reds at least and not give 2 shots, because there'll still be a bit of work to do on those yellows. Yeah, he's managed to avoid the foul, which is a good result for him. But it has left Neil Madigan in a better position, of course, this time. Because I'm quite sure that yellow nearest the right-hand rail does run down past this red. And he'll probably be looking to cover, I would say. No, that's a great shot. He's actually played off the red, potted his yellow, and now giving himself a good chance for a pot out here on these yellow balls. With the score all tied up at the moment at 1-1 between England and Ireland. And of course Shane Thompson and Dave McQuinlan, you can see, doing battle on the table on the right. Taking his time on this shot. So Ireland's still got the table here on this table on the left. He'd be favourite to pot out here now. Neil Madigan of Ireland. Big hello to all of you watching out there. This is Joe Fanto coming to you from the Imperial Hotel and the World Championships. Wherever you're watching around the world, I'm not too sure that we'd have too many viewers from Australia at the moment, because it's in the wee hours of the morning over there. Everyone will be trying to get their sleep. And Neil Madigan's going to line up for this black to put Ireland in front in the early stages of this big match. You heard the roar there as Neil Madigan of Ireland kicks Ireland in front in this early rounds match between England and Ireland. So let's focus on the second table now, where we've got Lee Kendall and Dave McQuinlan doing battle. Ken Martin So that's preparing for the, yeah, it's still Dave McQuinlan and Shane Thompson. So it's Ireland going to be lining up on this black. It sounds like an Irish draw there of Dave McQuidlan. So Ireland now will lead 3-1. That's the score. So we've got Lee Kendall now on the table one. Lee Kendall and Ken Martin. We've just corrected the names. And it'll be Jack Popel and Pat O'Leary on the right table. So these World Championships coming to you from the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool in England, being run by the English Pool Association, as they have been for the last 25 years. We're celebrating 25-year anniversary this year of the World Championships. A wonderful achievement, and of course you've got England and Australia that have been participating right from the outset, with a few other of the UK countries. Founding members of the World 8-Ball Pool Federation in England, Australia and New Zealand back in '92, and the first championships in '93. So we've come a long way. So we've got a break on the second table. One of each down. So this is the early rounds of the team event for the men's. This is game 18 in the program, where the ladder shows at the moment Wales on top, Ireland, Scotland, India, Malta, Australia. That if they finished in that order at the moment, that would be your finals teams. And outside of the finals contention is Northern Ireland, England, Mauritius, Morocco, but of course England have only played one frame so far. So you've got Lee Kendall at the moment on the table on yellow balls. Played in very tight, that's a nice tight shot. So we'll concentrate on Lee Kendall and Ken Martin at the moment on what we'll call table one, the table on the left of screen. Welcome to any viewers who've just come to the live streaming. Of course, the live streaming brought to us by Baird Productions. Ireland lead 3-1 in this round robin match of the men's team event for the 2017 World 8-Ball Pool Federation World Championships. So a bit of work to do for Ken Martin here to... He must think that might be out of pot. It's probably not touching. That's about all he could do. So Lee Kendall should be able to take advantage here. Virtually all those yellows are puttable if you can negotiate the position. Pat O'Leary at the table at the moment on the right, and he's on yellows. You can distinguish by the colours next to the names as to who's on what denomination of balls. So it's Lee Kendall just trying to cover that pocket. He's not keen to give it a go yet. And it's a fairly good tight shot, although I believe that Ken Martin can run past that yellow and pot that red in the middle, and give himself a chance to pot out with these reds the way they are. If he can get a good next position, which he should be able to. No, he's got the wrong side of that red. So he could probably play tight here and make Lee Kendall play out. Yeah, he would have been trying to get past the red and have a pot in the top right. So things are happening on table 2 between Jack Popel and Pat O'Leary. Of course, Ireland have got the early lead here. They lead by 2 frames. With Dave Fernandez being the only winner so far for England. Whereas Shane Sharkey and Neil Madigan and Dave McQuillan, winners for Ireland so far. They've won the frames for Ireland. And it's Pat O'Leary here on yellows. He's going to be looking to probably cut that yellow into the middle pocket and run off the cushions, off the 2 top cushion, left cushion, position on black into the bottom right, I suspect. No, he's played it nice and tidy. He's been able to put some work on that white to just stun across and not take any risks of going in off by my silly suggestions. Of course, my experience as a player were reasonable but fairly limited compared to these very skillful players. And this would be a great lead for Ireland at this stage in the match. And of course, Paddy O'Leary, he's certainly done it. And at the moment, Ireland lead 4 frames to 1 against England. A little bit of a surprise, and England would be just slightly shell-shocked, but they wouldn't be panicking. So the next match on that table, on the right table, will be Ben Flack and Matthew O'Leary, which will complete the first round. But we've still got a table in progress here between Lee Kendall and Ken Martin, which was a bit tight, a few tight, safe shots played. So it's Ken Martin at the table at the moment on reds for Ireland. And probably a couple of good shots, and not quite sure what he's going to try. Maybe he'll try and pot this red in the top right and screw right back to get positions on these reds, either to the middle right or top right. Or depending on where he finishes, you could be on get a position to the bottom right. He's probably looking at whether he can jam the red past the yellow as well on the bottom left. So just concentrate on this fairly important frame here. There's a big difference between a score of 5-1 and 4-2. He's just escaped the foul, so he would have had a good look at that red going past, being played possibly off this cushion on the bottom left, squeezing into the yellow and in, I suspect. We'll just wait and see what Ken Martin does here. But he certainly had a strike of luck there, the way the white looked at both jaws, looked at the pocket and hung on to both jaws and managed to stay out, like just about falling off a cliff. Yeah, no, that didn't quite come to fruition. So Lee Kendall loves these sort of situations. Bit of a challenge to stay in the match, but there's quite a few balls to hide behind here and work his way into it. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be looking for any pot at the moment. He's going to be looking for where to hide, I suspect. The score here between England and Ireland both finished very highly in 2016. Ireland went on to the final, England were defeated by the narrowest of possible margins, one frame by Australia in the semi-final in what was one of the most exciting matches that I've seen. And both these two giants of our game are here doing battle in the early rounds of this 2017 World Championships. It's wonderful to be back here in England, in Blackpool, for these World Championships. Yes, Blackpool's sort of become the home of the World 8 Ball Pool Championships. It provides very good budget accommodation for all the countries to enjoy. Plenty to do in the way of entertainment, but of course nobody's looking for entertainment when they come here. They're looking to be serious about playing pool. So Lee Kendall, can he fight his way out of this frame? Because England certainly need him to do that at this stage, because they don't want to get too far behind in this first round. You wouldn't want to go in 6-1 down. So these two frames are quite important. They've got two old stalwarts batting for him at the moment, in Ben Flack and Lee Kendall. So he's just snuck there, I think. I'd say that's a satisfactory result for Lee Kendall there. Kenny Martin certainly can't pot, because that yellow's just, the white is just tight behind that yellow. But I guess he'll try and at least avoid, certainly should be able to avoid the two, giving away two shots. And it's Ben Flack at the table at the moment on the right, he's on reds. Even Ben's got his work cut out. But both these frames are probably still in the balance, I would say, the way the balls are. And of course Ben Flack's playing Matthew O'Hara, pardon the pronunciation, but, well, nearly an unbelievable shot there. Not sure that he was playing for it, but certainly looks good. So Lee Kendall's down on his haunches, looking to see what he can do here with these yellows. I think there's a pot there for him, like that. And if I know Lee Kendall, he should be able to negotiate this pot out here, now that he's got this opportunity. That yellow goes in the middle, and he'll be on any one of three other yellows there, either into the middle or top left or bottom right. So he's probably going to play it off the red, I think, the way he's playing. Yep, that's right. He's cleared that pocket totally, which has made it a lot easier. So he's now got this yellow that he can run into the middle pocket. So this is Lee Kendall, captain of England for quite some years now. He's been around for as long as I can remember, but he still looks like a youngster. So this is Joe Fanto coming to you in commentary on this live streaming to wherever you are in the world. Great to have you viewing. You're going to be able to watch this live streaming of the World Championships over the next 10 days, right up until Wednesday of next week. Got a host of matches that are going to be live streamed, and of course this one's a big one between England and Australia. England and Australia. I wish it's England and Ireland here. I've still got 2016 on my mind, which of course we know that Australia won the world title last year in this event. They are the defending champions, but I think there's a few teams with other intentions this year, and these two sides that are playing here at the moment would both be putting their hand up to to be trying to win this title and give themselves a good chance. We're very much at the early stages in this men's event. So Lee Kendall's, I think, is going to drag this frame out of the fire, so to speak. He's only got a couple of yellows now with the perfect angle to pot. He'll probably take the yellow into the right middle and just start a cross position on that yellow into the opposite middle. That's how I'd play it anyway, but the way Lee was lining up, he might have different ideas. Looks like he's lining up with bottom. Yeah, that's perfectly played. That's a lovely shot. So now he'll play yellow into the middle, and what's happening over here with Matthew O'Hara at the table at the moment? He's obviously on black and looking to put it in the middle. Looking to put Ireland up 5-1, but so Lee Kendall's going to get this frame. No, it's a great try. Great try. Would have brought the house down if it came off. So Mr. Reliable, Lee Kendall, gets a frame back for England here. England trail 2-4 in this men's team event against Ireland. And we'll just concentrate on Ben Flack and Matthew O'Hara now. Four-2 is the score here to Ireland. And we've still got one. The frame on the right is the last frame being played of the first round, because you're playing 21 frames here. So this is the end of the first 7 frames once they complete that game on the right table. So on the left we've got Carl Sutton and Neil Madigan, which is the first frame of the second round of frames, with Ireland leading 4-2 at the moment against England. This is only England's second match at the moment. Ireland have already played 2. They've won 1, lost 1. They lost the first in their first match against Australia, and then come back and beat Northern Ireland. And England had the narrowest of wins against India. That was a very close, exciting match. They won at 11-10. It's a bad shot there on the left table. Sometimes players tend to be trying to do too much with the white, and it just drops the concentration, and you actually miss the pot. So it must have been Carl Sutton that missed that shot. So there's nobody potted anything yet. It's not obviously an open table on the table 1 between Carl Sutton and Neil Madigan. So let's stay with Ben Flack and Matthew O'Hara here, which is the last frame of the first round in this match between England and Ireland. Welcome for anyone that's just joined us on this live streaming Baird Productions of the World 8-Ball Pool Federation Championships for 2017. Being played in England, and of course the hosts of this event are the English Pool Association, who have been doing it now for 25 years. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We're very thankful for all the wonderful work that's been done by them year in, year out to make sure that these championships happen in England. They've certainly got everything in place that to make it work like clockwork. And of course, it's still not easy. Every year you've got to put it together and make it happen. So this is Ben Flack at the moment. This is what England want. They will want to claw back to just being one frame down at the end of this first round, because it was looking a little bit ugly at the moment. It looked like that Ireland were going to take a big lead in this first 7 frames. It's a nice shot. Still should be quite elementary for Ben Flack. He'll probably take this red in the middle into the middle right pocket, run off the back cushion and come in close to this black to pot in the bottom left. That's a nice controlled shot. All going according to plan here, and you shouldn't have too much trouble with this black into the bottom left pocket. So this is Ben Flack for England about to line up and end this first round of 7 frames between England and Ireland here. And England peg back this match to 3-4. So at the end of the 7 frames, which is the first round, Ireland were leading at 4-1 at one stage, but England have won the last few frames to come back to be only 1 frame down. And the second round has already started. So Ben Flack defeated Matthew O'Hare. And we've got Cole Sutton playing Neil Madigan at the moment, and Dave Fernandez going to be playing Dave McQuillan. At the moment we've got, looks like Cole Sutton for England at the table, who's on yellows, doing quite well. He would fancy himself to go close to going out here. Play this yellow and come back on the yellow on the left, I would say. Yeah, he's done that very nicely. That way he can put that yellow in the same pocket, leave himself on the yellow in the right middle pocket, and behind the black to bring it down here to the bottom right. That's a nice shot by Cole Sutton. Follows through nicely. Cole lining up. So after 8 frames in this match, the level is all tied up. The score is all tied up at 4 frames all. England 4, Ireland 4 in a 21 frame match of this men's team event, coming to you from Blackpool in England. So 4 all. After Ireland took the early lead and were doing very well. They were looking good and 4-1 up, and a couple of frames where they seemed to have chances that they could have really had a big lead at the end of the first round. But as it is, England have fought back and it's 4 all. So we'll see which way this match swings from here. You've got Dave Fernandez versus Dave McQuillan on the right table. So we'll see, that's England on reds. And England are at the table at the moment, so they've probably got a slight... England could well take the lead here. These championships being hosted by the English Pool Association, Tournament Director Alan Benton. And after being a long way down, England looked like they might even hit the front here for the first time in this match. We've got Dave Fernandez, who nicely pots to the bottom left. Left himself a nice pot on the black to the middle right. So we just watch as he just caresses his black straight into the middle, and England take the lead for the first time in this match to lead 5-4. So that was Dave Fernandez doing it for England. And of course we've got Gavin Lomax and Sean Sharkey on table 1, which is a table on the left of screen. And to come in next will be Shane Thompson of England versus Geroid O'Gorman of Ireland. So let's concentrate on this table this table 1, with Gavin Lomax at the moment in the middle of a break on reds. Anywhere you might be watching around the world, welcome. This is Joe Fanto, President of the World 8 Ball Pool Federation, commentating and thoroughly enjoying bringing it to you. We've got Baird Productions doing a great job for us. These championships have been going since 1993. It's our 25-year anniversary this year. Let's concentrate on Gavin Lomax of England. After they were trailing 4-1 down, England find themselves in the lead at 5-4. A very experienced player in Gavin Lomax at the table. It was a rather difficult shot there, and he's let Sean in here, Sean Sharkey of Ireland. So Sean should be able to probably take that yellow into the middle and break these two yellows that are close to the red, and give himself a good chance for going out here. That's one way that I can see, but we'll see what he seems to be taking that option at the moment. That's exactly what he's done. Finished perfectly to put that closest yellow into the middle right. This is Sean Sharkey of Ireland. He's looking to level the score back, because Ireland hasn't won a frame now for quite a while. They were 4-1 up, so they've let England, well, not let England, England have well and truly won the last 4 frames. That's a nice shot. So he's got good control here. He can take this yellow into the middle left, then run through and do some work on those other 4 remaining yellows. Looking at it carefully, probably trying to work out which is his best option out of those last 4 balls that are at the top end of the table. Because even though they look easy, it's quite easy to get out of position if you don't do it right. So it looks like he's going to start pegging from the top, from the yellow nearest to the top balk, nearest the top cushion. Probably take that yellow into the top right and come around with that other ball into the same pocket. But we'll watch and see how he does it. In the meantime, things are certainly developing on table 2. So he's come around. How's he finished? Well, that's a bit awkward. I don't think he's too happy with that, but he's still got that close yellow that he can put in the bottom right, but he would have liked a slightly easier pot, I would say. But players of this calibre, he should be able to settle down and get down and concentrate and do the business here. Ireland certainly need this frame. Looks like, what's he playing here? No, he's played into the middle. I didn't realise he could get past that black. That's a great shot. So that's another way to do it. Now yellow in the top left, top right, and black in one of those 4 pockets. Depending on his preference of position, it's just nice and straight. on this last yellow. It's just slightly off being straight. So you may screw back for black in the middle, or just come back slightly for one of the bottom corner pockets, whatever he prefers. The right middle is the one. That's a lovely shot. So that was a win to Ireland and Sean Sharkey, which Ireland now all of a sudden have pegged back to 5-all. So this is quite a tight match. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. But both these two teams were finished high on the ladder last year, and Ireland went on to the final, and England the semi-final. Scores all tied up at 5-all in this men's team final. That's all the Irish players there, Irish contingent. They're all pretty chuffed at being pretty close in this match. And Ireland are at the table at the moment on these yellows, and they wouldn't be too chuffed with that shot though. Drawing the corner pocket. That was a big chance to take the lead after, because Ireland led this match 4-1. England pegged them back to take the lead, and now Ireland have levelled again. And Shane Thompson on this second table has got a great opportunity now to put England back in front. Played that nicely, and that red goes in the bottom left-hand pocket. And should be able to leave himself on that black, probably in the middle left. He's playing that with bottom to stay on this side of the black. That's a nice clean pot. And that's Shane Thompson doing it for England, and England to take the lead again at 6-5. It's been a seesaw match the last few frames after Ireland had taken the early lead. And it's Lee Kendall and Pat O'Leary doing battle here on this first table. So we're coming to you from the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool in England here. It's the World Championships for 2017 of the World 8-Ball Pool Federation. We've got Lee Kendall and Pat O'Leary. So we've got Pat O'Leary on the red balls and Lee Kendall on yellow. So as I was saying earlier, both these two teams finished highly last year. We had England losing very narrowly to Australia after they had the match at their mercy. And then Ireland making the final and just losing by a couple of frames to Australia. So Australia are the defending champions in this event. But it's those of you that may have access to a program, you'll see that it's not quite the same Australian side as last year. I'm sure they'll be very competitive. But I'd say there'd be a couple of other sides, and these two that are playing here tonight will probably fancy themselves to dethrone Australia this year. In particular, England. England will be looking to take command of this event again, which they've done for many years. They've won by far more world titles than anybody else in this event. So Pat O'Leary for Ireland on red balls here. Ireland trailing 5 frames to 6. Starting to get into the business end of this match. Frame between Jack Popel and Matthew O'Hary has just started on the second table on the right. So we're getting right down into the second round. And those of you that want to look ahead, the last frame of the second round will be between Ben Flack and Ken Martin. So this is Pat O'Leary, who's just missed what we would say is an easy pot in the middle, but they're never easy because you're always looking to do something with the white. You'd be really disappointed with that shot. These are shots that you'll look back after a match, and if your team's gone down and you've lost by 1 or 2 frames, and you'll say, I had that one, but it got away. But I'm sure we've all done it at some stage. Some of us more than others. But you can take heart that some of the best players miss shots from time to time because they'll be concentrating on their next position. So he's tried to play a safety here, Lee Kendall. He's, of course, Lee Kendall's the captain of England and always thinking of the team. He's obviously gone for percentage there. Didn't fancy himself to go out, so he's tried to play tight. His Pat's on the reds. But I think Lee's left him enough to be able to pot that red into the bottom right. I don't think Lee would be very happy with the shot because I'd certainly be lining up for that red in the right-hand pocket. Right-hand middle pocket, that is. And be able to go the other side, come this side of the other red. They should be able to go in the same pocket. But he's missed the pot. And that's an opportunity gone begging for Ireland. You can't afford to do that against a team like England. So it's Lee Kendall now on yellows. Nice shot by Lee. Left himself a couple of options. Probably pot back into that bottom left, the yellow nearest the bottom left-hand pocket. Scores very close in this match between England and Ireland in the early stages of this men's team event. It's a nice shot by Lee and left himself straight on this yellow in the bottom right. Probably not too happy because he's a bit close to the black for so bridging might be a little bit awkward, even though the pot's not difficult, but as soon as you're bridging over balls it increases the degree of difficulty. As you can see there, he's bridging up high, but Lee's been around a long time. Would have played these shots many times. And he's played that beautifully for any young players watching. Executed nice and smoothly through the ball and followed through with his cue. Always very important to keep a steady bridge hand. And now it's looking elementary for Lee Kendall to take this last yellow into the top right and come around for the black. Lee Kendall once again doing it for England. Probably would have liked to have finished a bit straighter, but this wouldn't be perturbing him too much. This black is going to go in that bottom left-hand pocket. So Lee Kendall for England takes the score to 7-5 in this match between England and Ireland at the World Championships for 2017 in the men's teams event. In the very early stages, England's only playing their second match here. They won their first in a very tight one against India by the narrowest of margins, 11-10. And this one here looks like it's going to be quite a tussle to the end, but for the first time England have taken a 2-frame lead in the match. Ireland went out to a 4-1 lead. England pegged back, they exchanged the lead there for a while, but now England has taken the ascendancy, and it'll be interesting to see if Ireland can do the same and come back. Looks like we've got Jack Popel here against Matthew O'Hara. So this is Matthew O'Hara for Ireland, who's on yellows. And yes, if and he's got 2 shots, which should help him immensely here. You would think that he should be able to go out. He's got that yellow in the middle, and he's probably got a few options as to how he pots these out, but it's going to be his preference of shots, I guess. I won't bore you with how I would do it here. So yeah, he would take that bottom right and probably stun across for this other ball in the bottom right. And he'll just be left with a couple over the middle pockets, opposite middle pockets. And you can see with the black sitting there nice and easy. So this is going to make for a very interesting finish. With the scores very tight after the end of, close to the end of the second round. So let's just keep focus on this frame where Matthew O'Hara's got the table. Still with 2 shots, I believe. So he'd be pretty disappointed if he doesn't pot out here. Sort of trouncing around a little bit, trying to make sure that he doesn't make any mistakes. Yeah, I don't think you quite often wonder what's going through players' heads when sees. That's interesting. So he's obviously confident in the fact that he's got 2 shots to play that shot. He's going to run that. He'll run that yellow down to the bottom left, and it'll be the old in or over. And I don't think he'll like that. That's not quite as comfortable as he would have liked. Sure, it's very, very potable, but the position he was in, probably thought he'd get this pot a little bit easier, but he's done that, no trouble at all. He's on the black. He's going to get Ireland to within 1 frame. Matthew O'Hara pulls the score back to 6-5 for Ireland against England as we're getting close to the end of the second round. So it sets up this match for a very exciting last round. So 7-6 to England. Coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool in England. So Ben Flack and Ken Martin's the last frame of this is the last frame of the second round. It's the 14th frame of this match. And at the moment you've got Ben Flack at the table with only 3 reds remaining. A little bit of negotiation to do though to pot out here, I would think. Not quite sure what he's looking to do there. If that red near the black is potable in the bottom left. But he's also got that red at the top that I think he's going to go for at the moment to the top left. Just going to take this red bottom left. That's a nice pot. It's a lovely pot. Ben Flack's another one of these experienced campaigners in the England side. You've got Lee Kendall, Ben Flack, Gavin Lomax that have all been around a while, and Carl Sutton's been around a while now. Always strong. Now he pots this. Where's his? Looks like he's looking for top on this white. Could be a big shot here. Let's brace ourselves for this shot. That's a great pot, a wonderful shot by Ben Flack. Absolutely beautiful. Any youngsters watching there, you would have seen the really rigid bridge and the queuing action that raced straight through that white ball with top, in order to get enough work to go off that top cushion and come right back and give himself a chance on this last red. That was a brilliant shot, Ben Flack. Now should better run this across the table and give himself a chance on the black. And he's played that, I was going to say beautifully, but not quite. It was a great effort though, and you would think he'll get an opportunity to come back to the table. It's Ken Martin here with his work cut out to pot out here. It's the way they're lying, it's certainly doable. And that looks like England potting out there and Carl Sutton. And England will go to an 8-6 lead, so they've managed to keep in this 2-frame lead now. So that was Carl Sutton defeating Gerald O'Gorman to put England 8-6 up. They're just keeping their noses in front by a couple of frames now. I think Ireland are going to have their work cut out to try and peg this match back, but it's certainly possible. 2 frames can, at this level, can click over very quickly if you get the run of the balls. In fact, it's Ireland at the table at the moment, and Ken Martin on table 1 on the left. And you can see that the next players on the right table will be Neil Madigan of Ireland and Dave Fernandez of England. But let's keep our focus on Ben Flack and Ken Martin. So he's taking his time in Ken. He knows how important this frame is, because Ireland really need this one badly if they're going to win this match. 8-7 certainly doesn't look anywhere near as bad as 9-6. If you can peg this frame back, it can tend to lift the guys coming in after you, because if you're coming in at 6-9, and you know that England's only got a couple more frames to win for the match, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. It'd be nerve-wracking any time for me, but the experience that these players have got playing under this pressure, because of course that's what this game is all about, pressure, particularly when you're playing for your team. It's a different pressure to playing in your singles. So Kenny Martin. Can he do it for Ireland here? Get them within 1 frame. It's a big match for these two sides. They finished high up the ladder last year. Well and truly went deep into the finals. That's a good shot. He's left himself a nice angle. So we're concentrating on Kenny Martin and Ben Flack, with Kenny Martin at the table on yellows for Ireland. And they'd be all a little bit tense, I think, on the side. They'd be praying that he can get this frame from. He's played that nicely. He's come back beautifully for the middle. Left himself a nice straight yellow into the middle. He just stunned back. Put the black in the bottom left pocket. Let's just watch him play. Beautiful shot. Kenny Martin. So Ken Martin of Ireland keeps the minute. He gets it within 1 frame. So Ireland 7, so England 8. We're very much into the latter stages of this match now, and we're in for an exciting finish. And at the moment we've got Dave Lomax on the red balls and Neil Madigan of Ireland on the yellow balls. So we'll just try and pick up where they're at. So that's Dave Fernandez there, just potted in the top right. So probably if he takes that red into the top right again, he's got the yellows that'll get caught up on. So it'll be interesting I'll be interested to see which way he goes. Whereas if he takes the red that'll pot into the bottom right, he'll be able to go around and negotiate his last 2 reds a little bit more. But let's see how he does it. He's gone for that one. Oh, he's played that nicely. But unfortunately, that's what happens. He probably played that white with some work on it in order to make it come off the cushion the way it did, because as you saw the way I was calling it, it wasn't the natural angle for it to come off. I didn't think he could get past those yellows, but he did by putting work on it. And unfortunately, he's just off with the pot by doing that. So it wasn't a bad miss. It was just a case of it was a much more difficult shot than what that you can tell from here. So anyway, that just makes it all that more exciting, because Ireland have got a chance here to level the score. For all the Irish fans out there, hope you're all watching over in Ireland, watching your team that made the final last year against Australia, of course. That was a great final. And for an Aussie like me, it was a great result too. So he's gone for a defensive shot here, which of course it's the team thing to do at this stage of a match like this. That was Neil Madigan that played that shot for Ireland. We're looking at the moment I'm focusing on the second table on the right of screen. So Neil Madigan here for Ireland on the yellows. It's going to be probably going to be a bit of work to do in this frame on the right. He might be looking to try and cover that red totally, and then it'll turn it into quite a tactical game. And he might have overhit it. No, he's hit it perfectly. But with that developing on that table on the right, we might focus on the table on the left between Gavin Lomax and Dave McQuillan. And you can just watch how it develops on screen without commentary, because although both these games are, you can see that we're getting to the tight end of the match. You know, we're playing 21 frames and we've already played 15, so there's only 6 left, and we've got 2 of them that are being played out now. So both players at the moment look like they're playing to avoid losing right at this stage. But as soon as they see a break, I'm sure they'll come to the fore and go for it. So it's Gavin Lomax at the table at the moment, on this table on the left, on table 1. Playing the yellow to the right top pocket. He's just setting that up, promoting that ball. Only 1 frame in this match between England and Ireland. Both looking for a good start in these championships. England, this is only their 2nd match so far. They won the first 11-10 against India. And of course Ireland lost their first against Australia 12-9, and they won their 2nd against Northern Ireland. Sounds like the crowd like that. Yeah, so Dave Madigan at the table for Ireland, on the table on the right. He's on yellows, so he's not going to be clearing in this break, I don't think, if you study the way the yellows are. And we've got Dave McQuillan for Ireland on the reds, and the table on the left, which is table 1, which he's probably in with a chance at the moment with the way those reds are lying. And I reckon you'll hear the Irish if he wins this frame, because it'll draw them level. He's played that nicely. He can take this red in his bottom right pocket as well, and stun around for those other 2 reds. He's taking his time. He knows how important this is at this stage of the match. And he didn't quite get the result there. I think he was trying to get a bit more spin off that yellow so that So the white would have shot out off that cushion. Now he's left himself tight. I can't tell whether that white ball goes past the yellow to pot that red over the middle. It would be close. It may have a straight line to it, and if he hasn't, he may just play just with the slightest of swerve. But the problem is, if you don't have a straight line to it and you play with the slightest of swerve, you're not going to leave yourself on that red. I can't tell if that red comes past the black past to pot in the bottom left. But there you go. He's played with a bit of swerve and he's overdone it. So he's missed the pot. And now it's back to Gavin Lomax, who gets the opportunity to put England further in front. And what's happening here on table 2? I think it's Ireland, not too much as far as being closer to a result at the moment by the looks. So just focus on table 1 for the time being, because England's got the opportunity here to go 9-7. Because we're going to see another tactical shot at table 2 where he's given away a foul. So it's a good tactical shot. Good tactical shot on table 2 because it's cleared the pocket and not left his opponent with a pot out. Yes, but Dave Fernandez does have 2 shots here. If he can get a pot with his... Yeah, that's a great shot because he's got a pot with his first shot. He's left himself a very potable red, which would then leave himself with 2 shots on black, and that would be a great out if he can do it. Back to table 1. And Gavin Lomax is steady Eddie here. He's got that yellow into the middle. He's got 2 yellows very potable and the black in the open. So England could get very close to the finishing line here with these 2 frames. Gavin Lomax, yellow into the bottom right pocket. Nicely back for the black. It's like table 2 has had a slight hiccup, but Gavin Lomax is going to do it here for England. He's put England 9 frames to 7 ahead in this England versus Ireland men's team event. So they've only got 2 frames to go to win the match, and Ireland have got all the work to do where they've virtually got to win 4 frames to get there. It's now Neil Madigan who's got the opportunity. Neil Madigan doing nicely here. It's certainly not easy though, because he's got that yellow near the middle bag, near middle pocket, which is close to the cushion, which is not going to be easy to negotiate the pot. But he's played that beautifully to give himself a chance on this yellow on the right to come to pot into the bottom right-hand pocket. There's not much he can do to get close to that yellow on the left. It's going to take a little bit of creativity to pot that yellow. I'm not quite sure. That yellow may, if he gets the right position, it can probably sneak into the middle left. No, he's going to play a reverse double. That's probably about his best option. So try and double it into that middle right pocket. And you'll hear the roar if he gets it. Just watching Neil Madigan here line up for this shot. Always great to watch these doubles. One of the spectacular sides of our game. No. I didn't realise that he had 2. He must have 2, otherwise he wouldn't play that shot, surely. Yeah, of course he's got 2. That's the problem in trying to commentate 2 tables at once, but Yeah, so Neil Madigan knew what he was doing. Steady across the table. So at least he's going to peg one frame back for Ireland here, you would think. Well done, Neil Madigan for Ireland. He gets Ireland to within one frame. The score is Ireland 8, England 9 after 17 frames, and they're playing 21. Race to 11 to win. As we concentrate on this frame now between Shane Thompson and Matthew O'Hara. Coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool in England, the 2017 World Championships, the World Pool Federation hosts the English Pool Association, and we've been going this year for 25 years, a great achievement, and congratulations to everybody, World Pool Pool Federation and all its members, and in particular the English Pool Association, who have been the host right throughout that time. So here we are at the men's team event, early stages of that event, with a really tight score here between two great teams, England and Ireland. England leading 9-8. And it's Shane Thompson for Ireland at the table at the moment, on table 1. Looks like he's potted yellow balls plus reds. In fact, he's on yellows, and Matthew O'Hara is on reds. It's Matthew O'Hara of Ireland at the table at the moment. Pots to the middle. He's lining up, I imagine he'll line up for this red in the bottom left. He might be able to play with bottom and nudge that red. That's tight against the cushion on the left there. No, he's playing with top. So he's just playing nice and steady. So I think he was looking at that red in that top left before, nearer to the top left pocket. Maybe looking to cut this red in the middle and go off the cushion and nudge that red closer to the middle. I'm not sure. He's looking at that red again from a different angle this time. I guess he fancies his chances, but it's not easy. He's played that red and he must be setting himself up for a double here probably. I don't think he's got two shots. No, he hasn't got two shots. So I can only think that he's looking to double this. It's going to be a big play if he can do it, but because he's going to leave his opponent on if he misses. So Matthew O'Hara, let's see what he's... That's a great attempt, but not quite good enough. And his opponent Shane Thompson would be thinking that he's got a good chance to take control of this frame and give England, get England just even that little bit closer to a win. And of course, who have we got at this table? None other than Lee Kendall on table 2, lining up for red with only 2 balls to go. And I think Lee Kendall's got some ideas here, and they are to win this frame. He's got the red in the bottom left, and he'll take himself back for the black in the top left. So let's see how he plays it. He's going to try and play it, screw back, miss all the balls, find his way onto that black. And he does that quite nicely. Just a little bit of extra degree of difficulty in that he's bridging over the yellow. So he's having a good look at that. We can't see his bridge, but imagine it's a high steady bridge. Having another look at it. It's amazing how just that extra degree of difficulty adds just that little bit more tension. But Lee's been around a long time. Perfect view here, perfect camera view. And that's a beautiful shot by Lee Kendall. And he takes England to a 10-8 lead. Nearly unassailable, you would think. You would think England have got this one, but you never know. Great match here at the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool for these World Championships. So this match starting to come to a close after 18 frames. We're into the 19th here on table 1 between Shane Thompson of England and Matthew O'Hara. Shane Thompson at the moment on yellows and takes that yellow into the bottom left. So should be able to bring this yellow into the middle right, and the yellow into the top right. Which he does quite nicely, and then he's got a very potable black in the bottom right and would give England the victory if he can do it. 11 frames wins you the match when you're playing 21 frames, but of course this is the round robin, so they do need to play out the 21 frames. If it was in a final, you just play in a race to whatever it is to win more than half. But percentage counts in these matches. That's a nice shot by Shane Thompson. So he's going to line up on the black. This is not quite as easy as it looks, because it's a couple of inches away from the pocket, and his yellow is on the rail. He's got a very clean. He's got plenty of white to cue with, no obstructions there, and he doesn't make any mistake at all. And England win this match between England and Ireland. They've taken an 11-8 lead, which of course winning 11 frames means that they've won the match, but that we're now going to play the remaining frames so that they can score percentage on the ladder, because it could count at the end in working out what position the teams finish. And at the table, that must have been so that was red ball potted. So it's been a wonderful match between England and Ireland here in the early stages of this men's team event. This is Paul Kelly of Ireland at the table. He's on red balls. So of course it's all academic at the moment, because it's England that's won this match, but you've got to play it out, and Ireland should still be looking for every frame they can get, because you never know at the end. So he's putting nicely, Paul Kelly here. He can take this into the middle. It's a delicate shot, and then of course he's still got that red in the opposite middle, and the black is very potable in the bottom right here. He's played that nicely. He's got enough room there to just stun back on the red to get himself a position on the black, because if he just plays that white naturally with no work, he's going to get himself snookered. But yeah, he's trying to stun back. He's screwed back there enough. He hasn't got a direct shot at the black, but I think he should be able to negotiate it quite comfortably off the cushion to run that black into the bottom right pocket. But if you look, I don't think there's a direct line to the black. But by playing a bit of cushion, and he should be able to hit the middle of that black, and yes, he's done it nicely. Paul Kelly draws one back for Ireland. A very deserved frame to Ireland, which makes Ireland trail 9-11 here against England. And table 1, we've got Ben Flack and Pat O'Leary, which is the last frame of the match, the 21st frame. And it's Ben Flack at the moment at the table. We're coming to you from Blackpool here in England, the 2017 World Championships. Our hosts running this event, the English Pool Association, the tournament director Alan Benton. Lots of assistance from George Harwood and a wonderful team that do a tremendous job at these championships every year and have been doing so for the last 25 years. Yes, the 25-year anniversary of these championships. And of course this event is sanctioned by the World 8-Ball Pool Federation. It's thought of in 1992 and created, and first championships in 1993. Ben Flack here looking to do the business for England and just get them that extra frame. They won the first match 11-10 against India, and this is only their second match in this team event. Looks like he's left himself on that yellow in the middle. And then I guess he's got to run through in order to get position on black, which I wouldn't think that he should have too much trouble. Ben Flack. He's played that beautifully, run that into the middle pocket and left himself a perfect position in the opposite middle pocket for the black. So well done England, congratulations. They've won this match between England and Ireland. England have won this 12 frames to 9, but great match by both teams. Ireland certainly played very respectable. They took the early lead, leading 4-1. And then they had chances to probably go further ahead in that first 7 frames, the first round. But England, to their credit, they pegged back and they levelled at about 5-all. And then they exchanged the lead there for once. Ireland headed them again. But then from there, England always kept their nose in front, and they've got a deserved win of 12 frames to 9. That's it from me for this session. The next men's team event, next team match will be commencing at 8 o'clock UK time. So from Joe Fanto, coming to you from the Imperial Hotel at Blackpool in England, from these World 8-Ball Pool Federation World Championships. That's it for now. Please stay glued to your TVs or wherever you're watching, or on your phones or iPads, and the next match, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, Northern Ireland versus Mauritius in the men's team event, 8:30 p.m. by the look. And of course it's coming to you live, courtesy of Baird TV. Thank you very much, viewers, and look forward to bringing some more matches in the future.